Does your toddler tantrum at night in their sleep? If they do, your child may actually be experiencing a night terror. So I am Ryan McLean. I'm from dreamydad.com. I've got 3 kids of my own, one of which started having night terrors when he was about 2 years old. Night terrors are extremely common in toddlers, and they represent themselves as tantrums or crying or lashing out or being in a fearful state during the night. But they're actually still asleep. So your child can be very hard to get out of this tantrum state because they're not actually awake. And so, often when you go in as a parent, you try and help your child, you try and console them, you actually make the tantruming worse and you make the night terror worse. So this is known as night terrors, and it occurs because a part of your child's brain wakes up while another part of your child's brain remains asleep. So the part that wakes up is the part that controls movement, and the part that stays asleep is the part that receives input and that creates consciousness. And so it's not that your child is having a really bad dream and acting that out or anything. Your child's mind isn't actually active. It's just the part of their brain that controls movement that has decided to wake up, but not the rest of the brain. And so that's why when you try and console your child, when you try and comfort them and help them, that they actually respond negative to you because they don't actually register that you're there. And if you can actually get your child to wake up, you'll notice that they're quite dazed and confused. Or if you talk to your child about it in the morning, you'll notice that they don't remember the tantrum, they don't remember that happening. However, nightmares, which are a different occurrence, that's when you are in REM sleep and you're having that experience. It's like a dream, but a bad one. Children will often remember them in the morning, but night terrors, the children won't remember them. So if your toddler is tantruming in the night while they are asleep, chances are they are having night terrors. And while this may sound extreme, and as a parent going through it, it's a very extreme experience. I know, I've been through it many times myself. It's actually quite easily fixed. Okay, they don't know exactly what causes night terrors, but they do know how to fix it. So there is one product on the market. It came out in June of 2015, and I actually got my hands on this, and this solved my son's night terrors. And the whole reason I created this website, creating these lessons, is to help other parents recognize, yes, your child's having a night terror, but yes, there's actually something you can do about it. Because most doctors will recommend your child will just eventually grow out of it, which most children do, but who wants to watch their children go through night terrors for years on end when you can actually stop it using a product that is freely available? So the product's called Lully, which you can check out. Go to dreamydad.com/Lully, Lully, and you can purchase that product through my Amazon affiliate link. So you can grab it over there. It actually does work, and I'm going to talk about why it works in a second. But if you go through that link, dreamydad.com/Lully, then you can scroll down and you can see a lot of reviews from parents that yes, this actually does work, and I can tell you it worked for my son, so I'm hoping that it's going to work for you. So basically what the Lully is, it's a vibrating disc that goes under your child's bed, and you set it off in the night before your child has a night terror. It's really easy to do because they have an app where you put in details of when your child goes to bed, how long it generally takes them to fall asleep, and then when they generally have their night terror. So the app will prompt you, it's time to turn Lully on. It connects wirelessly through your phone to the vibrating pod that is under your child's bed. You just watch over your child while the pod is on. So you turn it on through your phone, and it'll go for 3 minutes, and it's just vibrating. It's almost like just having your phone under your child's bed and making it vibrate for 3 minutes, but it's a stronger vibration than that. So you watch over your child. If they don't move, if nothing happens, it does the 3 minutes. If they move or if they wake up, then you have the option to turn it off, which means the Lully has done its job, and you turn it off. So the reason Lully works is because it creates a partial awakening in your child and resets, I guess, the brainwaves and the way the brain is functioning, so it doesn't go into that sleep state where the night terrors tend to occur. So the Lully is very effective. It doesn't interrupt their sleep, so it's not waking them up. If you've got siblings in the room, like my daughter is in the room as well, it's not going to wake the siblings up either. And it prompts you each and every night, when did your child go to bed, as well as now it's time to turn the Lully on. So it's really easy to use. They recommend you use it for a month, and then the night terrors should be gone. So there's no point letting your toddler tantrum in the middle of the night and trying to wake them up for something that they won't remember. Grab a Lully and you can actually stop these night terrors from happening. You can check it out. Just go to dreamydad.com/Lully, Lully, to check that out. The second solution is a free solution, which works in a similar sort of way to the Lully, but it's just less precise and a bit more crude. And that's called scheduled awakenings. And what you do is you make note of when your child has the night terror, and about half an hour before their night terror is expected to happen, you wake the child up and you keep them awake for 3 to 5 minutes. Clinical studies showed that when you did this for 7 weeks, the night terrors didn't return when they reviewed the children in 12 months' time. So scheduled awakenings are something that you can do as well. I don't like scheduled awakenings because I don't like interrupting my son's sleep. I don't want to wake him up, and I've just been through all the effort of getting him to bed. I don't want to get in the habit of waking up and he's going to think it's playtime and stuff like that. So especially when you have toddlers and young children and they don't understand now it's bedtime, that can cause issues. So scheduled awakenings do work if you can't afford the Lully or for some reason or another you don't want to buy it. But I still recommend the Lully if you can afford it. Now, if you're outside of the US, it can be difficult to get the Lully, which is still the only solution out there for solving night terrors. What I did, I'm in Australia, and to get it shipped out to me, I signed up with a company called myus.com. I went to there, created an account, I bought the Lully, got it shipped to myus.com. They give you a physical address in the US and they then package it up and send it internationally to you. So a little bit of an extra cost there with the international shipping, but still this is the only product out there on the market that solves the problem of night tantrums or night terrors in toddlers, and it's absolutely safe, which is what I love as well. I don't have to medicate my child. I don't have to give them Valium, which is what they give some kids to stop them having night terrors. Why would I give my kid Valium when I can just put something that vibrates under their bed and do that for a month or two, and then the night terrors are solved. So yeah, absolutely. If you're having a toddler who's tantruming in the night, check out the Lully at dreamydad.com/Lully, Lully, or if you don't want to purchase it, then try scheduled awakenings. So I hope that this has helped you. I really hope that this helps solve your problem. I created this website because I had this problem. There was just no information out there on the internet about the solutions to night terrors. So I want to create these videos to really help you as a parent understand what's happening in your toddler. In the middle of the night, they're waking up tantruming and you can't seem to get them awake, you can't seem to console them, and if you cuddle them they get worse. I want to show you that this is actually something called night terrors and that you can actually fix it. So go ahead, fix it. I wish you the best of luck, and until next time, sleep well.